Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It will come as no surprise that, along with my colleagues, we in Labour oppose this bill, talk about a major step backwards. I actually want to start just by talking back. Exactly. I want to talk about some of the previous speakers, and I particularly want to acknowledge I do not come from the law fraternity, Mr. Speaker. However, I do think that I hold very dear the principles of fairness and justice, which actually underpins our justice system. I think both Charles Chauvel and David Parker spoke extremely eloquently and indeed very sensibly about, if I can quote Charles Chauvel, the cultural cringe of this bill and what it seeks to do. And I just want to stand on and put on record that I agree with absolutely everything that my colleagues said. I want to acknowledge Kennedy Graham. I think he gave a very measured speech, and I think he highlighted very clearly the challenges and what was inappropriate about this bill. I do feel disappointed that good time is going to be used by this going to Select Committee. For us in Labour, it's as clear as the noses on our faces, that this bill is inappropriate. The Greens are not quite so clear on that. They want to go through the arduous process of going to Select Committee. What I see, Mr. Speaker, is that time is spent on something that does not add value rather than quite the contrary. Although one may say that nothing this government puts forward adds value, and in a way, is it not a bad thing to use up a lot of time on something quite irrelevant? So maybe the Green Party are perhaps being a little bit cynically clever in terms of supporting this bill to Select Committee. But I heard Paul Quinn, Mr. Speaker, talk about how important it was. Someone said don't quote Paul Quinn, but I think if anyone said in this House who is the most down-to-earth, egalitarian, grassroots, salt-of-the-earth guy, you'd have to say Paul Quinn. Exactly. And to hear him talking about bestowing status and honour and recognition, to hear, that wonderful, well-respected, learned man, I know in the Justice and Electoral Select Committee, every time we go in there, there's a silence because we all sit and think, what is Paul Quinn going to say? Because we know that no matter what, we can rely, and I'm not denigrating Chester Burrows, he's a good chair, but we know that from out of nowhere will come the wisdom of Paul Quinn, right? Paul Quinn. And so Paul Quinn, the natural, down-to-earth, egalitarian sort of guy, comes to this House, a gentleman. Who said that? You are, right. Okay. One of his colleagues said a gentleman. He talked about the honours. He's talked about bestowing status and honour and recognition. To us, I would say, Mr. Speaker, we believe in that. We in Labour believe it is very important to have recognition. It is very important to be honoured. It is very important to have the status. But that status should be recognised by people's peers. And if we look at in terms of New Zealand's achievements and all the things that we've gone forward and achieved, whether it's in nursing, in education, literacy or art, all of those things, I think there's more in medicine, in science, in music, nursing, my former occupation myself, and social. Exactly. We could. That's as my friend and colleague Steve Chadwick said. In nursing, why not bring back matrons and sisters? Why not be Sister Lynn Pillay and Matron Chadwick? That's what it's all about. It's all about this ridiculous status. And in social change that we see in this country, we see New Zealand, not certainly under this government, because this government's going backwards, but in the previous 9 years, we saw New Zealand going forward in social change, in leading the way. And what do we see under this government? We see whoops, let's go back to the future. And it's really aspirational. Well, of course, it's all very aspirational. And if we look, we modernised this position in 2006 by changing it. And were we going out on a limb? Well, yes, we were leaders, but we see Canada, Australia, and in fact even the United Kingdom going exactly down that path. So we think, right, we're leaders, but we're certainly in tune. We are in tune with progress, with egalitarian, with the rest of the world. And that is something that we as Kiwis hold dear. What happens? This lot get into power and we look like a bunch of dorks. We look like a bunch of dorks overseas. And when we go out into those chambers, when we've had a little chat in here and we go out and sit out there, we see spittoons. And why don't we what are we going to do? Start spitting in the spittoons? Because it's all about tradition. I say to you, Mr. Speaker, that actually progress is I'm all for history. History is a good thing. We look at our history, we actually feel pride in our history, but there are times that we think that's important in our history, but it is time to progress. It is all about not looking back, but it's about human development and moving forward. Moving forward is actually quite a term that we hear that stepping up and moving forward. And in this instance, we did. We stepped up, we moved forward, and then, kapow, back we go backwards from the national government. And it's embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. It's cringeworthy to be actually feeling quite proud of yourself, being in international circles, saying, oh yes, we did do quite well. Yes, social change, oh yes, we did do that. This, that and the other. And then this happens. And it's really embarrassing. And we see, and I can't let the Maori Party off here, I see one of their members reading from their notes, talking about absolutely endorsing colonialism in this country. And I actually find that offensive. And I would hope that the Maori Party will go and they'll listen to Hone and he'll say, look, you've done it again. You have done it again. You've got us into a position where we in the Maori Party are lying down and getting our tummies scratched by the National Party and national government. And is it worth it? There has to be a time where you question if it's worth it. So, Mr. Speaker, I am, along with my Labour colleagues, it will be no surprise, I do not support this bill. I support a New Zealand that is proud, that is a Pacific nation, that absolutely celebrates all its achievements, whether it's in nursing, whether they say, we have 2 excellent nurses here, registered nurses in fact, and a midwife, Lynn Pillay and Steve Chadwick, who don't actually get a kick or a buzz out of being called matron and sister. Because you know why? They're proud Kiwis. We are proud Kiwis and we're proud of what our achievement is. And I'll tell you something, those people in Levin, all those progressive people in Levin are going to be appalled with Nathan Guy, with what he's been saying in this house. They're going to be thinking, for a young man, he is so old-fashioned. So uncool, so old-fashioned. And I would hope that the Maori Party would actually use all the concessions they've made to the national government, that they'll say, look guys, this is ridiculous, we look like a bunch of dorks, let's just let this one go, let's go back to common sense, let's feel pride in our nation, let's feel pride about the achievements in our nation, and let's stand on our feet, forget this cultural cringe. And Mr. Speaker, I do not support this bill along with my colleagues. I believe it is a nonsense and it should not progress. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
I call